Welcome to The Debt-Free Degree, the podcast where we turn student loan anxiety into action. I'm Alex.
And I'm Ben. Today we're talking about a number that keeps a lot of people up at night, $50,000.
Yeah, it can feel like an impossible mountain to climb, but we've found real-world proof that not only is it possible, but you can do it faster than you think. We sure did. We came across a fantastic success story. Picture this. Graduating with about $50,000 in student debt, and just 5 years later, making the final payment.
Wow.
It happened, and we're going to break down how.
5 years is incredibly fast. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. So, Alex, what was the big secret? Was it winning the lottery?
Not quite, but it's just as impactful. The single biggest factor was income growth.
Okay.
This person started their career with a solid salary, around $56,000 a year. But they didn't stay there. Through promotions and, career moves, they managed to nearly double their income to over $100,000 in just 5 years.
Okay, so that's the engine, a high-powered income engine. But you still have to steer that engine in the right direction, right? Just because you make more money doesn't mean your debt automatically disappears.
That is the perfect way to put it. For the first few years, they were just making the minimum payments, and the debt, it wasn't really budging. The aha moment came in the last 2 years. They decided to get aggressive, and they tripled their monthly payments.
Whoa.
We're talking about putting an extra $15,000 one year and $20,000 the next directly on the loans.
And they were strategic about it. They used the avalanche method, which is a great concept for our listeners to know. It means you focus all your extra cash on the loan with the highest interest rate first, while paying the minimum on the others.
Right.
Once that high-interest loan is gone, you roll that payment on to the next highest. It saves you a ton of money on interest over time.
Exactly. Their story is an amazing blueprint for the power of pairing career ambition with financial discipline.
Yeah.
But, Ben, as you and I were discussing, this brings up a really important question.
Right. What if your salary isn't doubling? For most people, that kind of income jump just isn't realistic.
Right.
It can feel a little defeating to hear that and think, well, I guess I'm out of luck.
And you are absolutely not out of luck. That's why we're pairing that story with a second, more universal strategy.
Okay.
This is the roadmap for anyone at any income level. It comes from a fantastic, detailed article about paying off debt fast. And the foundation of this whole plan is a budget.
And not just like a vague idea of your expenses. We're talking about a forensic level audit of your finances.
Yeah.
Like a spreadsheet, a zero-sum budget. Whatever tool you use, the goal is to give every single dollar a job. You're telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. I love that. And once you do that, you might find, hey, there isn't a lot of extra money. That's where strategy number 2 comes in, the side hustle. The author talks about finding something you enjoy. If you love dogs, be a dog walker. If you love books, work weekends at a bookstore. That extra income isn't for fun. It's pure debt-destroying fuel. And here's a part of her advice I think is so powerful. It's about a mindset shift. Before you buy anything, you have to ask the tough question. Do I truly need this? Or do I just want this?
Yes.
It's a temporary shift from being a consumer to being a debt destroyer.
It's so easy to overlook the small things, too. The author made a point that really stuck with me.
What's that?
Your daily specialty coffee, that could easily be over $1,000 a year. That's a massive extra payment you could be making. It's about finding those little financial leaks.
And then sealing them. She even suggests calling your service providers, your internet, your phone company, your car insurance, and simply asking for a better rate. The worst they can say is no, and you'd be shocked how often they say yes.
Totally.
$20 a month saved here, $40 there, it all adds up.
And the final piece of this practical plan is what to do with surprise money. A tax refund, a bonus from work, a birthday check from a relative. The immediate urge is to treat yourself.
But the rule is don't, right? Every single one of those unexpected dollars goes straight to the principal of your loan. It's not just a payment. It's a psychological victory. You see your balance drop in a big chunk, and it gives you the motivation to keep going.
So we have 2 powerful stories here. One driven by a massive income surge, and the other driven by meticulous everyday discipline.
The beautiful thing is that they work together. The person with the high income still needed the discipline to make the payments.
Right.
And the person with the detailed budget can still work on growing their income.
They're both about the same core idea, taking control. It's a conscious decision to make becoming debt-free your #1 financial priority.
Exactly.
It's about deciding that your future freedom is more important than your present wants.
So as we wrap up, we want to leave you with a thought to take with you. You've heard the big strategies and the small hawks. Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. What is the one thing, just one, that you can do differently tomorrow to take a step, no matter how small, towards your own debt-free story? Thanks for joining us on The Debt-Free Degree.